Howdy folks. So this video is going to be a little bit different. You can probably tell that already because I'm drinking out of this cup and I've got tea in it. So a little bit different video. I wanted to say hello to all the new subscribers. We're up over 730 now. Guys and gals alike. I was very politely informed the other day that there are gals who watch this channel. So hello to everybody. I've actually got notes written down, so hopefully I'll be able to cover all the different subjects without a problem. A couple questions came in about how I ended up here. So kind of condensed version, when I graduated high school in 91, I was living in southern Missouri, raised there. Joined the Army. I went to 10th Mountain Division, light infantry, and was an 81 millimeter mortar there from 91 to 94. Whenever I got out, I joined the Springfield Fire Department, Springfield, Missouri Fire Department in 1995, and spent 22 years there. By combining my military time and fire department time, I was able to get a pension. And so in 2017, my family, my wife, our two kids, we came here. We were actually looking at moving or changing countries 6 years prior, simply because getting the chance to experience a new culture and kind of changing everything in our lives was exciting. We had lived in the same home that we built for over 20 years, and we didn't want to retire, keep working, and kind of be in the same old rut. So we loaded everybody up in 4 dogs, and we came down here to Palmadas, Costa Rica. It's a non-tourist town. It's at 3,500 feet up in the mountains. It's actually along the last mountain line before the Pacific Ocean. And the process, this is kind of what one of the questions was, to get residency, you're going to need to do things like an FBI background check. You're going to have your marriage licenses all within 6 months of entry. Your birth certificates, things like that, all translated into Spanish, all apostolized, which makes them work internationally. You're going to need a lawyer first time through, and that's going to be the most expensive part. It took us about 9.5 months to get our residency, but we are full legal residents of Costa Rica. Temporary. It goes for 3 years at a pop, and we just got through renewing for the 3rd time. But the last time we did it, all it required really was a phone call and an appointment with the bank, a little bit of paperwork from the United States, and for, I want to say like $100, $150 a person, we had it all taken care of. It took about 4 months. So nothing is fast down here, but it almost always works out. My family, we love being here. We have really good friends, wonderful people. We don't live in a gated community or anything like that. We live around other Costa Ricans, okay, native Costa Ricans, and so we live a fairly simple lifestyle. Don't have a car, walk, run, or take a taxi or a bus everywhere we go. It's a very simple, or a much simpler life than what we had before. So, and for us, it works great. One other thing I would add, every month you have to pay the socialized medicine, are called Caja, and that's how you keep your residency, is by paying Caja. So it depends on your situation on how much that's going to be. Some of it's cheap, some of it's not. So anyway, And the socialized medicine here is basically what you would figure socialized medicine is anywhere. Not the best. But private medicine, like private doctors, private surgeries, we had some friends that go through some surgeries and stuff like that. It's good. And the dental work down here is amazing. So, anyway, I hope that answered your question, Brian. And anyway, other things that I want to talk about is I just got through making this homemade leather conditioner. Um, it's out of paraffin wax, coconut oil, and beeswax. Beeswax and coconut oil are antifungal, which is very important for here in Costa Rica because the jungle loves to eat up leather. You guys have seen this bag, and this is after I just got through getting it nice and clean with that homemade leather conditioner. You'll see here in just a second how bad it was. And the reason why it got bad was for the last month or so, I haven't been using it. Guys, I am still rocking the Tough Possum Shackleton satchel. I really like it. It works great. It's extremely handy. I don't see myself changing anytime soon. I love how my leather satchel looks, and I built it, so it's got a lot of features that's just for me. This is handier. So, anyways, much as I hate to admit that, I really am enjoying it. And of course, I like using good gear, and Tough Possum just makes fantastic stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over and show you the steps that I went through to make these two beauties and pick up after that. All right, first thing to do is measure the three ingredients, make sure we have kind of equal parts. So paraffin wax, $12.95. Check out the beeswax here. Kind of a tower of Jenga. Real close, $12.63. And put this on there, it should be a little over, yep, $12.70. I'm going to melt all this right in that container. Okay, everything is nice and mixed, melted down, equal parts coconut oil, paraffin wax, and beeswax. And I can apply this directly to the leather as is, and I'll probably start doing that here shortly and let the rest of this kind of solidify up and save it for later. All right, you guys see this? This is about 2 weeks I had set this in a room, and well, mold. But also I live in Central America. So what we're going to do is repair all this first off by wiping all the mold I can off. And after we get through doing that, I will apply the beeswax, coconut oil, and paraffin. Is the leather after the mold was wiped off and the wax and oil was applied to it. As you can tell, it looks way better. On to the next subject. I was in the States several months ago, and while I was there, I got messaged from a member of Bushcraft USA, Stag's Crest. He asked how long I was going to be in the States, and I told him. And he said, "Hey, I've got something for you. Let me have your address. I'm going to ship it to you." I had no idea what he was going to do, but he said this. It's this really cool leather pouch, and guys, it is so well made. I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see the details. Okay, guys, here it is. These really cool wooden beads, full grain leather. That looks like whitetail. I could be wrong, but that's your lock. But he's got this pouch or patch sewn to the outside there. It's double lined, or I should say it's lined. Another wooden bead here. Opens up. And what really surprised me about this, guys, that's hand stitched. He hand stitched all that around the patch, around the edge here. You guys can see that. I asked him where he got the leather, and he said from scrap leather upholstery. Well, the leather upholstery he's using must be absolutely top-notch. This thing's not going to fall apart anytime soon. It's really well built and just easy to use. So just want to say thank you so much. I've been putting it to work, and I'm going to keep using it because it fits easily on a belt or on my pack. Really, really like it. So I just wanted to share. Got it. Okay, so next thing. The other day when I made the video on this, I forgot to tell you guys. So I told you that this gypsy style setup right there was an idea from John Allen Moore. But the Whisper biscuit, that was Kevin from Origin Knives. We were chatting, and I'm like, "Yeah, I've got this big frame that I've cut out with mostly with the Woodsman." and I've got it where it fits my hand just right, so I can put a lot of pressure on it. I said, but I kind of want to put an arrow in it. I want to try that out because I've seen videos of guys shooting arrows out of these things. First thing Kevin says was, well, you need a whisper biscuit. What's that? Well, I looked it up on Amazon, and that's this, where I can pop the arrow in right there in the center, and it is, I just drilled a hole, glued it in place. It took a couple weeks to get the parts here. The next thing I'm working on with this is the release. The best way to do it, after like talking with Kevin, because he does he shoots with a bow, is using the trigger releases that like wraps around your wrist. So either I need to order one of those or maybe figure out another way. I don't know, but that's a kind of a work in progress. This thing is a lot of fun to shoot, though. It really is. But yeah, so that idea was from John Allen Moore, and that idea was from Kevin. But I did the frame. All right, and last thing, I was telling you guys about the competitions can be held in January. 5 different types of bushcraft tasks, 1 a week, unedited videos from like the second week of January for 5 weeks afterwards. And I'm using the Woodsman. I'm very excited about that, as you can tell, because it should be over here on the side. I got it sharp. It's ready to go. I'm actually really, really looking forward to that. The other thing is I have attached my dog tag to the side of my sheath. Right there. I think that turned out pretty cool. And just a reminder, guys, you've got like 3 more weeks. Share a video, put it down in the previous video's comments, and that way I will put you in for receiving one of these. We'll kind of have a raffle, just picked at random, and I will ship out a Bushcraft Costa Rica dog tag. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit different, but I was trying to catch up with questions that have been asked over the last couple months. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and God bless.